Hello, Potato! Today we have crates from the land of loot. We have the May 2020 crate and the June 2020 crate, because frankly I don't think these are generally deserving of their own videos for each one. So they're actually caught up. It is now, what, mid-July? This actually did come in, I think, last week, or may actually have been like the first week of July. It's they're pretty much on time now. They're caught up, which is good for them, especially since the content of these crates the last couple times haven't been great. This is another light one, and as you can see, it took a little bit of a beating getting here. As you can see it if I put it low enough. So the last couple crates that were light were not exciting, were not great. Were borderline disappointing. So let's see if we can change that pattern with May. And of course, as always, I have not bothered to remember what the themes on these were, nor have I bothered to look it up, because if I looked it up, I'd probably be spoiled on the contents, and I want to find out the same time you do. Unless, of course, you watch a lot of Loot Crate unboxing videos, in which case you probably saw this opened a month ago. And this month, or May, was Best of the 80s. So you can flip the box inside out and make it a giant VHS cassette. So what do we have for the Best of the 80s? We have a Mega Man blind box. We'll put that aside and open it last. We have two different cloth things here. We have a Wonder Woman 84 shirt, you know, for the movie that didn't come out. That's nice. I mean, the movie will come out eventually. If I went to see it in theater, I could see myself wearing this to it. Or maybe my wife, I don't know. It's not a bad design. Let's give it an unfold and see if we can't see the whole design. That pretty much is the whole design. There we go. It's about as good as we're going to get on here. She's got a little gold armor from the action figures and play and Lego set and other things that I don't know what they relate to yet because the movie didn't come out. So we got our Wonder Woman shirt. That's a nice thing. The design's pretty good. I think it's a fairly good likeness of Gal Gadot, however you pronounce it. I hear it pronounced both ways. I would think Godot, because Gadot just doesn't sound as good. Doesn't sound like a famous actress. Sounds like the waitress at the local Greasy Spoon. But who knows? There's nothing wrong with being a waitress at a Greasy Spoon. Somebody has to do it, right? And they should be paid a living wage for doing it. What's the other cloth thing, though? We have Gremlins. It's one of those one of those drawstring backpack things with Gizmo on it. Magwell. That's cute. I have like 100 of these kind of backpacks, though. And I generally only use them for putting small things into and then putting them in boxes. So I don't imagine that's going to get a whole lot of use. And then we have, you know, I have always considered the Ninja Turtles more of a 90s thing. Maybe that's just because that's when I got into them, was the 90s. I wasn't in so much in the Eastman and Laird ones. I got into the cartoon series and I think Archie Comics comic book, not the Eastman and Laird comics. In fact, I remember there was like a storyline in the Archie Comics ones where they actually drew it more in the style of the Eastman and Laird ones, and it looked really weird to me because normally they drew it in the style of the cartoon series. But yeah, it's just a reprint of IDW's #1 Ninja Turtles comic. So I'm guessing not even the original like 80s comic. Because I know the characters were created in the 80s. I have just always associated them more with the 90s. And then, what do we have in here? Well, we're back to the fancier cardstock paper again on these. It's not just Xerox to this month. But still no magazine or anything. No indication of what should be here. And I'm guessing still haven't got that thing that was missing from the crate like 4 crates ago. And our pin this month is Gizmo. I don't really like the style of him on there. I don't think they've captured the character. I think this is a much better likeness of Gizmo. And you know, if you've watched any of my Lego videos, you probably have noticed in the background in those videos, there is a Gizmo figure. And of course, I've posted pictures of it before, like as part of the old Deadpool on a Deer photo series. But That's cute. I don't think I think it's interesting that it's a double pin back. I guess a pin out of the back of each ear, so it'll make it good and stable if you actually were pinning it to something. But I don't think it looks that great. I don't. What do you think? I don't think. Yeah. It's very much cutesy, or cutesier even than Gizmo normally is. And I don't know, the little eyelashes, I think, make it look a little off. Yeah, but oh well, it's not the worst thing ever. This hasn't been the worst crate ever, certainly. So, finish off, as we've been doing, we'll open up our blind box. Look at the picture, I think these actually look like pretty good little figurines. They look nicer than those Titan ones we've been getting the last few months. Got Mega Man, Proto Man, Mega Man X, Mega Man X again. Is that different Mega Man X? Metallic armor, and original. Okay, that's different. Then we have black and white Mega Man X, Mega Man, gold Mega Man, Cut Man. That's kind of a cool looking one. Base and Zero. Well, I guess if I had to hope for one, it'd probably either be the original Mega Man or Cut Man. Just I think Cut Man looks cool. Let's see who we got. Let's look at our blind box. In our blind box, get the plastic off. And then we have to get through another level of seal. And then the fact that aside from being sealed and plastic wrapped, it's also glued shut. So cutting the seal really didn't accomplish anything, because I still have to rip the whole thing off anyhow. Then the fold, and then the blind bag within the blind box within the blind box. Mega Man, the Loyal Subjects, action vinyls. Who do we get? Who do we get? Who do we get? Who do we get? We got, looks like Mega Man X. Mega Man X. That's actually quite a nice figure. Let's get it up where you can see it. Look at that's actually got articulation on it. It's got elbows. The shoulders twist. The neck moves. The legs have a pretty good level of articulation. That's actually... Let's close this so you can see it. Focus. There you go. That's actually quite nice. I like that. I mean, I've been, like, I'm not a huge Mega Man person. I've never been able to beat them because, you know, they're frickin' hard. But, that's a nice figure. So, I guess you take the hand off to... I would like it better if you could pop the hand into it, but... how's that supposed to work? Because there's... am I missing something here? How is he supposed to hold that? Because it looks like in the picture it's just... Or does this whole piece come off? How? Ow! The whole wrist comes off. Okay, here we go. And... I got it wrong side up? Maybe I do. I don't know. There we go. There we go. I genuinely like this. I like this piece. This is my favorite piece in this crate. The shirt's nice. Shirt's perfectly acceptable. A little card. An autonomous android created by Dr. Light, X was classified as a B-class number. B-class hunter due to his gentle nature and aversion to combat. Despite his less than stellar ranking, X has managed to put a stop to Sigma and his plans every time. Eventually, X was made squad commander of the Maverick Hunters' 17th Elite Unit. Yay! Nope, I genuinely do like that one. That will get a shelf space. That is easily the best thing in this whole crate. That's in fact the only one that's not going to go back in the box. So, let's rate this crate. Best thing, obviously, Mega Man here. These are a blind box worth getting. I genuinely like this. I would consider buying more figures, not more of this line, because again, I'm not that big of a Mega Man fan. But if Capcom or Action Vinyls, or I guess Action Vinyls, keeps putting these out, I would buy these like in a series that I really liked. I would absolutely buy these figures. These are much nicer than a lot of the blind box vinyls. So that's first place. Second place, I'm going to go with the Wonder Woman shirt. It's a decent shirt. It's a good likeness of the actress. And since the movie never came out, there's still time to wear it for the movie. Third place, we'll go to our, I don't know. We'll go to the pin. I don't really think it's a great likeness of Gizmo, but it's a pin, and therefore it might actually end up on like a pin board at some point. After that comes our Ninja Turtles comic. I'm probably never going to open it, probably never going to read it. It's going to stay bagged and boarded forever, like all the books that comic books come in Loot Crate do. And it's the only reason it's not in last place is because while I do like the design on this, it's still just a drawstring backpack. And again, like I said, I have 100 of these things, and I don't really use them except for when I'm cleaning things up, to bag up all the small bits and put them out of the way. I know I have like some somewhere that are full of computer cables and stuff, and some that are full of like kids' meal toys. They're just not super useful to me. So yep, that is May. May is definitely better than the months preceding it. I don't really remember what actually was in all those other ones. I just remember that I wasn't impressed with them, and this one I'm more impressed with. So let me clean this up, and we'll move on to June. Okay, so it's May out of the way. Let's get on to June. June's a heftier box. Also, it showed up in better condition. Not that anything in May was damaged, but this is heavier. This honestly, after that Mega Man figure, this feels like it's going to probably be a letdown. Because I think we peaked. Like I said, he's not going back in the box. He gets to stay out. I think we peaked with him. I don't see how we're gonna top that in June here. But let's find out if they can. June's theme was Evolution? Evolution of a crate. So Loot Crate's been around since 2000 BCE. That's good to know. Well, it definitely looks like a bunch of things in here. We have multiple blind bags. All right, that's a thing. So first of all, we have a cheap water bottle of the Beast. So that's from the Sandlot, right? That's an old movie. Does it say anywhere on it? No, it doesn't say Sandlot on it. But I believe that is the dog from the Sandlot. Maybe there's somewhere in here that tells me. I don't think so, though. It hasn't been in a while. What's our shirt? What's our shirt? Let's slide this back so we can undo our shirt. So I guess we're doing kind of an 80s thing. No, well, we already did 80s. That's 90s movie anyways. Taking place in like the 50s or 60s. We have a Lord of the Rings. The broken sword from the Lord of the Rings. That's actually nice. Other than having a bit of schmutz on it. I like that better than Wonder Woman. I can see, first of all, I like the color better. I'm much more of a person that wears gray. But I could see myself actually wearing that. Because it's like not super in your face that it's Lord of the Rings either. It's, you kind of have to know what it is to know what it is. And hey, I knew what it was before I saw the label did in fact say Lord of the Rings. So that's not bad. I like that. I like that shirt better. I think this is a cute thing, but again, kind of like those drawstring backpacks. I have like 100 of these probably from the fair mostly. From like banks and auto insurance companies and car dealers and all sorts of stuff like that. So not a thing that's going to get used or get kept out. We have 2 clothing items. We have 2 bits of fabric again this month. We have Shazam socks. Except for he's Captain Marvel. He's DC's Captain Marvel, but now we just have given up, and he's Shazam. I still haven't seen the movie. I mean, I've heard good things about it. I kind of want to see the movie. These socks are actually too small for me anyways. I generally need at least a 13, but honestly, I am not a colorful socks person. I'm a plain white socks person, so those probably wouldn't get worn anyhow. All right, okay, this is cool. Tobin's Spirit Guide from the Ghostbusters. All right, so I am not disappointed in this box, regardless what's in those little blind bags. This is a win. Wow, 2 months in a row, and they've both had a really standout item in them. We got Gozer in here. Got Ham Anagarok. I see most of these are from like the cartoon and stuff too. I know that's not correct pronunciation, but they pronounced it Sam Hain in the cartoon, so I'm going to pronounce it that way here. I know the actual like holiday is like Samhain, something like that. Those are under God. We have the Boogaloo, Ravana. I kind of remember that one, I think. So basically, it looks like there are a lot of the ones from like the cartoons and stuff. And also more generic ones like Household Spirits, Confused Spirits. But they've given them a kind of a nice, creepy art style. The Scoleri Brothers from Ghostbusters 2. Alright, I like this book. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to sit there and read it, but I do like this book. This is a winner. This is a winner here. Alright, so we have 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 blind bags in here from Batman Black and White. And there are 3 different covers on them, so I don't know if, maybe they're not really blind bags. Maybe they're just all come like that. And then our pin is, not the Hall of Justice. That's cute. I like that better than the Gizmo pin. Let's see if we can focus on that for a second here. I like that better than the Gizmo pin. It's nice. It's got kind of a pewter look to it. I don't know that it actually is pewter, but it's got that kind of a pewtery look to it. That is definitely better than the Gizmo pin. So we have a better pin. We have a book. I'm thinking between the 2 crates, June's the winner here. Unless these are just absolute garbage. Let's check them out. Oh, there's still 3 different series. We have Series 1, Series 2, Series 3. So I guess that means we won't get any duplicates, because they're from 3 different series of figures, which I guess either were so colossally unpopular that they couldn't sell them separately, or they just release 3 series like all one after the other, which is foolish. It doesn't give them time. It doesn't give people time to buy them. All right, what do you got for us, Batman Black and White? At least it's not a bag and a box and a wrapper. It's just got the cardboard on it, so you can't like feel it out in the store. All right, we've got a very nice little Batman figurine. No articulation. Doesn't seem to come off the base, but it's not broken. All right, that's series number 1. Do they have names on the package? That is by Jason Fabok. So they're just like different artists' interpretations of Batman. So there's the Jason Fabok Batman. In Series 2 here, well, they have a Robin. But I think I would like... I think maybe the Mike Allred one would be the one I would go for. I probably should have looked at that one and tried to guess which one I would want beforehand. Or the Mystery Villain. There's a Mystery Villain. Maybe we'll get a Mystery Villain. Realistically, we're probably going to get 3 Batmans. All right, from Series 2 we got... Oop, he's top heavy, and he leans forward a little bit. This was the Eduardo Rizzo version of Batman. Nice, well detailed. Probably the most detailed sculpt of any of them in the series. Not knowing what the Mystery Villain is, of course. Alright, that's our Series 2. He kind of leans forward, though. He doesn't want to stand up. He may have gotten bent in shipping. That may not be a design flaw. That may just be what happened in shipping. Oh, before we open it, what do we got? What do we got? I don't like the Mike Mignola one. He looks like he's melting. Ooh, the Sean Galloway, because that's kind of got the cartoony Batman the Animated Series look going on it. Although Jim Lee's pretty good too. But I'm gonna hope for the Sean Galloway version. Let's see, who'd we get? Who'd we get? We didn't get the Sean Galloway version. We got the Dustin Nguyen version. That's not bad. Those are all nice. Those are nice things. If I were a real Batman fan, those would be awesome things. I'm not a huge Batman fan, but I still think they're nice. I still acknowledge them as being nice things. Alright, so let's rate this crate. What do we do on this crate? Number one. Number one has to be Tobin's Spirit Guide. That's the best thing in this crate. By a long shot. No debate there. Number two, we'll go with the Justice League pin. Because I like the look of the pin. I like that they've been featuring that. They've been kind of slowly working this into the CW shows. You know, they showed it like a couple seasons ago. They showed it last season. Maybe in the next crossover, obviously without Arrow, we'll get a storyline set in it. Third place, I'm going to go with the Lord of the Rings shirt. Because it's a nice shirt. And it's one, I know I say sometimes in these videos, I may actually wear this one. I may actually wear this one, like to a comic shop or something. I don't know if I'd wear it like to a comic show or anything, because we don't seem to have those anymore. Because people won't do what they need to do. But I could see wearing this to someplace like a comic shop, comic show. Something I don't want to cosplay for, since I only really have the one cosplay anyways. But yeah, that's a nice shirt. After that, fourth place, we'll go with our Batman figurines. We're going to rate them all as one thing, because they all kind of all one thing. Our Batman blind bags and our blind box. I like those. Which then, finishing it up, coming up to last place here, we have the Shazam socks, just because they're socks and I'm never going to wear them. Last place is the Beast. I don't think really anything in here explains the theme of the crate. First of all, this evolution of a crate. I mean, you haven't shown us like an evolution of anything. The only thing here that even has any sort of evolution to it would kind of be the Batman as a series, because it's different versions of him that kind of evolve through time. But there's nothing really else that's, a progression in this like those. I don't get the theme in the slightest. But I think this is, I think Sandlot's a bit of a deep cut. I think it's kind of a useless item. And I still would like to know what the item from like the, February or March crate that was not included was, and when it will actually show up. Because if it's one of these things, well, you should have put a card in here to tell me that, because the only thing in there again is the usual thanks for being a looter card. But again, we're back on the good paper. They don't look like somebody just Xeroxed it again. But yep, that is May and June from Loot Crate. Of the two crates, I really think highly of that Mega Man item from the May crate. But that's the only thing in that crate that I'm really super buzzed about. This crate, I don't know if there's anything that's as awesome as that Mega Man, but as a whole, the Batman figures, the pin, the Spirit Guide, and the shirt all rate higher than May on its own. So I'm going to give, between these two crates, best crate of these two is June. June is a good crate. Love that Spirit Guide. If you didn't get this and you want it, if you have like a half-price books near you, go check out your half-price books. A lot of this Loot Crate stuff seems to end up there. That probably will be in the graphic novel section. But yeah, that's going to do it for this week. That is our latest 2 months of Loot Crate. If you've enjoyed watching this so you don't have to spend your money on it, please give this video a like, and don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you've rung the little bell icon to know when I post new videos. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.